Government be damned. Shoppers opening up their wallets in October despite the shutdown, despite all these concerns about the Obamacare rollout. But will that continue, or will Obamacare be the Grinch that ultimately steals Christmas? Jerry Storch, the former CEO of Toys R Us, here on that. What do you make of this, Jerry? That this premium thing, the shock that people are getting, is going to impact their holiday shopping plans?
Well, I don't think there's any way that this whole experience with the Health Care Act won't affect shopping. First of all, the debacle with the website, which everyone agrees, it's a parable showing that government really has trouble accomplishing anything that business does every day. All of us have always operated websites and done so without this kind of problem.
Would you have fired people for this? If this happened in the days when you were running the largest toy retailer?
It wouldn't happen this way, whether it's there or I started a website a long time ago, along with Al Gore and we started the internet together. I started Target.com from scratch quite a while ago. You plan these things out months and months in advance. You test them very thoroughly.
Well, they had 3 years to work on this.
You never get to the point of launch without knowing that it's going to work. There's no possibility that it won't. People would have stayed up nights and weekends to make it happen. That is what happens in private enterprise.
So the president's saying that he was unaware of this?
It's not again, whether he's aware of it or not, it's not believable that someone wasn't aware of it. I think we have a very strong civil service in our country. The problem is that political appointees are in all the top positions, and this is one thing where the website works or not. That's yes or no. You can't sort of BS your way through that. You can't bluff it.
It's not like being a TV
You
anchor.
turn it on, it works or it doesn't. The bigger problem for...
Well, how do you notice that? When you have a website going with Target, and as you did later on Toys R Us, who do you hire for that? People who are, I assume, good IT people.
Look,
right?
there are people in high schools all over the country building websites that work. And even big old American corporations eventually have figured out how to operate great websites. They're experts outside, they're experts inside. You test, and test it again. You freeze all retail systems, for example, in September, before you even get to the holiday season, because you don't want a chance of any glitches. It's got to be done by then or it goes to the next year. So this kind of thing simply shouldn't happen. It undermines the confidence in government. The bigger problem, though, with health care is the lack of confidence people have right now in what's going to happen. So most people have figured out that you can't add all this stuff without someone paying for it, right? Whether it's going to be the individual paying for it through higher premiums or whether we're all going to pay for it through higher taxes. But you can't extend essentially universal health care and have this noxious public-private hybrid and make it work the way that they thought it could work, and it's going to cost nothing. Take the one issue that you raised, pre-existing conditions earlier. Right? If you want to cover pre-existing conditions, that may be a very noble enterprise, very noble endeavor. A lot of people agree with that, but you have to pay for it. It's not free. To call that insurance, that's like calling it buying insurance after the tornado already destroyed your house.
You can with this, by the way.
But you have to find a way to pay for that if you're going to do it.
No one apparently broached that.
Well, I don't know. I think no one wanted to say you had to raise taxes. I've looked at this. Most places who have universal health care coverage, they do it through socialized medicine. And no one wanted to do that in the U.S., so we sort of pretended our way through this.
Well, we might go there anyway. We might go there anyway.
It could be the inevitable outcome.
Jerry Storch, thank you very much. Very good seeing you again. In the meantime, when photo ops flop, if the healthcare website's crashing in front of the secretary trying to sell the thing, maybe it's time we just junk the thing?
The screen says, I'm sorry, our system is temporarily down.
Well, it's okay. It'll come back. That happens every day.